it's not easy here. I won't lie to you. Like, you know, a lot online, you see a lot of people painting it like it's all rosy.
All that's said is done. All that's done.
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dima Otutu and I create content here on YouTube. If this is your first time on my channel, a very big welcome to you, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting. So if you basically enjoy vlogs, travel videos, challenges and all of that, do make sure to subscribe to the channel because this channel is all fun and vibes. If you also enjoy this video, because it's going to be like an honest heart-to-heart discussion, please make sure to give us a thumbs up because it will also help you to push out the video for more people to see. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my relocation to Berlin and how it has been. Do I regret relocating? What is it like living in Berlin? Would I advise someone to do the same? So I'm going to be sharing some very personal things. Remember, it is very personal and it is my opinion, my experience, so please do not come for me. Whatever you feel is different, you can leave it in the comment section and we can discuss it. So before I proceed, I would like to let you know when I moved to Berlin. So I relocated October 2020. Luckily for me, I relocated with my friends. Why did I relocate? So back in Nigeria, I worked as a software developer for some companies, and I've always wanted to, explore more, work with, international firms, see how I can grow better as a software developer. And then also the fact that, sometimes, especially while growing up, I had this fantasy of traveling abroad. I want to live abroad and all of that. So while working as a software developer, I discovered that you can actually apply for jobs from Nigeria and you would get, jobs abroad. So I started applying with my friends. We applied, we used LinkedIn, Germany, Canada, US, just anywhere outside Africa. I applied a lot. And luckily for me, I got one. It took me about 4, 5, 6 months to get this job. So, and the job came with relocation, it's like, oh, dream come true. I was super excited. But the thing that happened was that it was during lockdown period, the peak of lockdown. So I couldn't travel immediately. And my friends and we couldn't travel immediately. So we had to then wait for about 6 months before we could leave the country. So we relocated to Berlin 2020, October. Yeah, October 2020. I won't lie, when I got the job, it was a mixed feeling because, I have lived in Nigeria 25 years of my life. I haven't been anywhere else. So living something that I'm used to, my comfort zone, yes, you're happy or you're going to explore or you're going to travel and live abroad. But at the same time, I don't even know this continent. I know nobody here. I don't know the country, Germany. I know nobody here. They do not speak English. So it was very, very scary for me. So, but the good thing was that I was consoling myself with the fact that, at least you have this dream job, or at least you're going to, work for the international firms you've always wanted to work with, and then you're also relocating with your friends. So those were the things that, whenever I tried to feel very scared, I would remember these very good things. And then, the opportunities, you're going to work, the salary is going to increase and all of that. So that was actually, what the mixed feeling I had. And then when I got here, I've experienced a lot of culture shock, right? So if you want to watch our culture shock video, I shot it with my friends. You can check it up here, or I would leave it in the description box. So we've had a lot of experiences. I've had, some things that I would wish, why did I even leave my country? So I won't lie, it has not been all rosy and glamorous as a lot of people paint it, like living abroad. Yes, systems work here, the roads are good as compared to, where I'm coming from. A lot of things, there's a system, everything works, but it's still not your home. I still do not feel like it is my home. I even sometimes whenever I say home, and I think of Berlin or Germany, it doesn't sit right with me. So I would say sometimes I just sometimes I just wish, oh, if things were really, really great at home, I think I might probably prefer to be at home. Honestly, because I would start with the first one, which is the community. So, because as a Nigerian, or if you know Nigerians very well, we are very community driven people. We are very accepting of people, like we accept people a lot. And I don't see that a lot here. So, something you're used to, like I won't lie to you, I do not have any German friend. So, it's not really easy to make friends here. So I'm trying to imagine someone who relocates alone and you're coming, maybe not school, because maybe if you relocate because of school, you could probably have your classmates, and because you see them, every day you guys vibe and all of that, you could make lots of friends. But I relocated for job purpose, and a lot of my colleagues are also, immigrants. So it's just, go to work, focus on work, go back home, and even me, I've been working remotely. So it's not been easy. Like, you can be in your house and not know any of your neighbors, and it's not something that in Nigeria you can go and knock on someone's door and then you guys start gisting and chatting. It's not the same thing here. So the community vibe is like zero. So if you're someone that is very friendly, you're very social, and you like going out making friends, you might kind of struggle a little bit, right? So that is one. And then when it comes to work, it's super amazing. Like, I have a 9 to 5. Back then in Nigeria, I didn't know what a work-life balance meant. You have to walk and walk, sometimes because I was in Lagos, the Lagos traffic, I leave my house by 5 a.m. I get home around 10, 11 p.m. It was really stressful. And then, in Lagos will make you think like you're really working hard, whereas it's just time spent on traffic. But here, they take work-life balance very seriously. And it's something that I really appreciate, that I also wish that we can get back home. So, like, if you're not feeling too well, you can take your permission. They will always make sure you're okay. You don't have to overwork yourself. You do not have to work weekends. You do your 8 hours and you have time to do other things. That is why I have time to create YouTube videos. Apart from that, another one I would talk about is the weather. Imagine almost all my years on earth, I have lived in Nigeria, and the weather has been between 25, 26 degrees to 30 something degrees. And then I'm coming to a place where we can have -8 degrees. Like, I won't lie, up till now, I haven't gotten used to the cold. Some people might think, oh, because you've stayed here for over a year, you should be very used to the weather. No, I'm not. Like, sometimes I don't even like going out because the weather is probably going to be shitty and it's going to be very cold. And I'm someone who gets cold really, really easily. So I would say that the weather is a no-no for me. But then during summer is nice. But the summer is just like 3.5 months. Every other time apart from the 3.5 months, you're mostly putting on a winter jacket. So why I'm not wearing one is because I'm inside my house and I have a heater and all of that. And then the next one I would want to talk about is the living expenses. So in Nigeria, we pay our house rent. So I know that, yes, I don't have to compare, the money differences, and so naira is a lot lower than euros. I earn in euros and all of that, yeah. But sometimes you can't help it because I'm Nigerian, so I try to think, oh, if I'm spending this amount in euro, if you convert it to naira, it's very mind-boggling and blowing. So in Berlin or in Germany here, you pay your rent monthly. And then the rent I'm talking about, they're not cheap. So the rent is not cheap at all. So you can live in a house, like currently where we live is 1,780 euros, a 3-bedroom apartment, and I live with my friends. And this is like one of the best because I'm not living at the central, but it's also not like very inside. And this is like one of the best because it's 106 meters square. So if you try to convert 1,780 euro to naira, we are talking over 1 million naira every month as your rent. So as a Nigerian, someone like this 1 point something million can pay someone's rent for like this, just 1 month rent can pay someone's 4 years rent in Nigeria. but then you pay it every single month. So it's not something that, yes, yeah, the standard of living in Nigeria is obviously not the same with, the one in Europe, but I mean, I can't help it. All my life I've lived there. So that's another one. And then another one I would also want to talk about is the churches. So I'm a Christian, and back at home in Nigeria, almost every street and corner has churches. But here, I won't even lie to you, I have lived here for a year plus. I have not intentionally looked, but I have not seen any church here. There are churches, don't get me wrong, there are churches, but I haven't seen any. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, or because, like, most times the churches around in Nigeria, they make a lot of noise and you struggle to sleep at night and all of that. Well, it's just something weird that I have noticed as well. Another one which I also struggle with a lot is the language. Yes, of course. When you're coming, people will tell you, oh, you do not have to learn how to speak German. And I'm someone that language is not really a thing for me. I don't have interest. I can speak English to some extent. I can speak my native language Igbo to some extent. I'm very fine with it. But here I have to learn a new language. And it's not something that it's been a struggle for me, because like is what determines if I can get my permanent residency, or if I stay here for years, eventually we get citizenship and all of that. So always knowing the fact, always having at the back of your mind that you have to learn this language to get your permanent residency, and it's not something that you're interested in, can be a bit of a struggle, right? I would also say, okay, if you're relocating here for a job purpose, also know that the work you're doing, that's like the let's say, how do I put this? So the fact that I'm in Berlin currently is because of the work I have. So I came in with what they call a blue card, like a work visa, right? So I have to always have a job. So imagine, let's say maybe you're tired of working and you just want to resign and take a break. I can't really do that. So if I want to do that, it shouldn't exceed more than 3 months. If not, you have to leave the country and go back home. So if you're here and you don't have a permanent residency, you always have to have a job. It's not something that I really like. In Nigeria, you can just say, oh, I need to take a sabbatical and I don't want to work. And nobody would come to you and tell you, oh, you're not working, you have to leave the country. But knowing the fact that I have to always work is not something that I really, really, really like. So another one that I would want to also talk about, sometimes it can get really lonely and depressing. Yes, I know that I relocated with my friends, which I'm really grateful for, because a lot of people do not actually have that. I live with 2 of my friends. This place can be quite lonely. I know some of my friends that are really struggling. So if you're someone that you enjoy people's company, you might not really like it here. So it's something that you also have to, have at the back of your mind that it can get lonely. It's not your home. Like, no matter how you want to say, oh, I live abroad and all, or maybe even buy a property, and it's not your home. And some days you're reminded that you do not belong here. Sometimes when I think, oh, if I'm going to have a family here, well, how will my children be treated and all of that, it scares the living daylight out of me. Because, yeah, racism still exists here. I know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity I have. Like, I've been able to work with amazing people. I've been able to, grow as a software developer. I've worked on projects that I'm proud of and all of that. But it's not your place. Another one I want to talk about is the tax in Germany. Yes, systems are working, and because people are paying tax, you have light always, which you pay for. You have internet, which you pay for. You have good roads, you have transport, they're not free, you still pay for them. But then the tax is really, really, really high. 42%. So sometimes, because back in Nigeria, I think our tax is like around 8%, 13%, 20%. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. And then people might say, oh, because the tax is low, that's probably maybe why the system is not working. I can't say, but Man, giving almost half of your salary and hard work to the government is not something that I'm used to. So sometimes you'll be like, maybe you see someone that the salary is like 100k. Just know that out of that 100k, over 45%, over 45,000 is living, is not the person's own. So sometimes maybe when you have relatives abroad, and especially maybe in Europe, and then you expect them to always send you money. See, the struggle is real. The tax is really high. The house rents can be pricey. You get, and then there are things you pay for. You pay for the lights, you pay for heating, you pay for internet, you pay for a lot of things here. So if you have someone abroad, when the person sends you money, you truly have to appreciate the person, because it's not easy here. I won't lie to you. Like, you know, I know online you see a lot of people painting it like it's all rosy, everything is green. Maybe you can even go on the road and pluck money on the street. Nah, that's not how it is. So it's just something that I felt like sharing it. And then I know someone now might ask me, okay, so is this something that you would advise someone to do? I'm not going, of course, if you want to move to Europe, sure, it's a good place. I'm not joking. Like, this place, things work that sometimes I'm like, wow, like, it's really amazing. And then the fact that if you have your maybe work visa, you have access to over 28 countries that you can get into without visa. So it's really nice. And then you can get to try a lot of international dishes as well. I'm not yet used to the food here, so sometimes I struggle to get food outside. That's why I mostly cook inside my house. But then if it's something that maybe you're someone that you love, trying out new food, and there are lots of restaurants here that will give it to you. So yes, some experiences have really shaped me. The way they think, the way they behave is truly amazing. And then if you meet the nice ones, they are really nice. And then you actually experience good health care. Like, their healthcare system is good. Yeah, so you will experience good health care, but you need to learn how to speak German, because if you do not, it's going to be a struggle for you. Because some of them know how to speak, but they wouldn't speak. Some of them know how to speak English, but they wouldn't speak it to you. So when you come, you have to really learn to speak German to be able to, enjoy your stay here. So yes, come here. You have a lot of things to see. You have a lot of food to eat. You have, experiences to share with your children. Oh, I was once in Europe and all of that. So it's great. We have access to a lot of countries. We have access to systems that work. So I will advise people to come here. But if you're someone that you really feed off people, a great community and all of it, might be a little bit of a struggle to you. But if you're relocating based on school, I have no idea what their school system is like. I haven't checked it, I haven't googled it, but I'm believing it's also going to be great, because I know that their tuition is free, which is something that is amazing. So if you want to relocate through school, you can check it out. I might also make some researches and make that video for you. But yeah, so I would say that yes, I don't regret the fact that I relocated. Do I miss home? Almost every day. I traveled back home for the first time this past holiday, and I won't lie to you, I felt like I didn't want to come back, but it was really nice going back home. I won't lie to you, it was really amazing. I'm like, God, if only the system really works and things are great back home. But then we're looking for greener pastures, right? So yes, it has been great. It's been amazing. Great work culture, nice people. I have great colleagues. I'm really grateful I moved with my friends. So we have kind of like a black community. My friends that I worked with, my friends I schooled with, a lot of us are here, so it makes it easier. And then some travels, we do them together, we share our experiences together, and it's been great. Sometimes we do sleepovers and all of that. But yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if that made sense to you or if you learned anything from it, but I just felt like I should share and let you know how it has been for me relocating to Berlin. And Yes, that is it for this video. Let me know any other video you want me to make for you. You want to know how I relocated, how I got the job, how to school in Germany, all those things. Just make sure to leave them in the comment section, and I'll bring more videos to you about Germany or Berlin, or specifically Berlin, because I'm currently in Berlin. And yeah, so thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video.